Laurelle Kimberly Addison Weens, my beautiful bride, my forever friend, my honey Lolo. Today you become my wife. Before we ever met, it was God who was writing our love story. It was Him who shaped you and formed you into the woman I love. It was God who brought me here to cross paths with you. And it was God who gave both of us a longing for love. We were both created to express and long for deep, satisfying love. And our love story is a demonstration of the kind of love God has for His people.
Daniel Angus Gillis. Today, I give you my hand, my heart, and all my love. Standing here, I feel like the luckiest girl in the world because I get to love you for the rest of my days. Our love has grown to be a love far greater than I ever could have imagined. Though it has been a season of trials, we have evidently experienced God's abundant blessings. You, Daniel, have been my greatest blessing. Before you even committed your life to me, you committed your care. The vows of in sickness and in health have a far deeper meaning because of the way you have cared for me through it all.
You two today are choosing to bind yourselves in the strongest way you possibly can. Continue working together for each other to God's glory. You do this by remembering that Christ's new covenant with His church is created by and sustained by blood-bought grace. Therefore, human marriages are meant to showcase that new covenant grace. In other words, in marriage, you live hour by hour in glad dependence on God's forgiveness and justification and promised future grace, and you bend it out towards your spouse hour by hour. Did I say minute by minute?
As a father, you pray that your daughter will fall in love with a man who loves God and family, and He has answered that prayer with you. Besides you fitting in well, I've really appreciated how you have treated my daughter over the past couple of years, and how you've asked to meet up with me for coffee with me before you started dating her, and again before you asked her to marry you. Dan, right away you struck me with your calm presence and your kindness. You took what I told you about Laurelle and really put it into action. Now for my Laurelle. Time goes by so fast. It's happy and sad. I've loved seeing you grow up before my eyes, but I don't want it to end. Laurelle, you've always made good choices in everything you've done, whether it was friends, school, or work. Now you're off in your career, got hired as a teacher, and got married to the man you love.
Seeing my big brother being transformed into a bold and strong follower of Christ made me want to choose the same path myself, which was the best decision I have ever made. I thank God for the gifts of discipleship that He has given to Dan to minister to others.
Dan, when you decided to move across the country to pursue your desire to work in the ministry, we were so proud of you. It was hard to see you go, but we knew that this was where God was calling you. Little did we know that the Lord was also preparing you to meet your wife.
Dan and Laurelle, you two are so good for each other and complement each other so well. I remember the first time I went out with Dan and Laurelle. We went out for brunch, and I quickly noticed how much of a foodie Dan was and how well he would fit into our family.
You are a man of unparalleled character, humility, and discipline. You lead a life defined by the way of Jesus. You earnestly seek after God's heart and call on your life with a degree of devotion that is beyond compare. I promise to join you as we accept what the Lord has in store for our family. I vow to live in constant pursuit of Jesus alongside you. I promise to be your greatest supporter and encourager. I vow to love you fiercely, always seeking to be the wife you deserve. I promise you my unwavering loyalty, my steadfast support, and my unconditional love, a love that is compassionate, gracious, and slow to anger. I vow to love you, cherish you, and care for you for the rest of our days on this side of eternity.
Laurelle, as your husband, I commit myself to loving you with the kind of love Jesus has for his bride, a sacrificial love, a sacred love, a costly and selfless love. I commit to putting you before myself, your interests before my own, your well-being before mine, because this is love.
Daniel, you are the only one for me, and I cannot thank Jesus enough that I get to be yours forever. There's no one else's heart for me but yours. Forever is not nearly enough to show you my love, but I cannot wait for a lifetime of getting to know you deeper and deeper.
Today I vow before God and each person here today to give myself wholly to you, to love you each and every day until you stand before Christ perfectly loved and even more beautiful than you are here today. Laurelle, until death do us part, I am yours. I love you.